there, Z Trooper reporting for duty, and this is part 5 of What If Deku Was the Son of All for One. We last left off where Deku was accepted in the UA and he got rescue points from saving the girl. At this episode, I'm just gonna say whatever, the way it is. I hardly care anymore. I'm tired. Okay, we start where Deku was so excited that he is going to his dream school, and his mom was so proud. Later on that night, Deku called his dad to say he got in the UA. His dad was proud of him to hear his son being accepted in the UA, soon following his dream of becoming a hero. Everything to the point where Mr. Aizawa was testing everyone with the class. Everyone did the test and the last chart was changed. Since Deku had a one for all fully mastered, including his own powers and his own physical strength, he was in 3rd place instead of last. While Mineta was the last placed. In this story of mine, Mineta is going to get kicked out since I don't like him. I'm not sure if anyone else likes him, but I sure as hell don't. Since Mineta was not in class, all the moments he was there, it never happened. Now we are in the USJ incident, where it started, where the villains attacked and the class was separated on the boat. And on the boat, it was just Deku and Asui. Since Mineta wasn't there, it was just the two of them. And Deku was more powerful than in the original story, so there's 2 changes. They got out of the boat a little differently. Deku used his lightning quirk to shock the whole water and stun the villains, just having them float there. When all the villains were in the water, Deku carried Asui and took a big jump to where All Might and the Nomu were fighting. And Deku and Asui were watching All Might fight. Deku sees a man in a black shirt and with weird hands all over him. That looks like he's taking orders. Giving orders. He notices that he might be the man in charge. Instead of Deku trying to punch Shigaraki, he uses his lightning to stun him from a long distance and hit him. As soon as the lightning was about to hit him, the Nomu blocked his attack and absorbed the lightning. Everything from that point to where All Might was about to finish the Nomu. And the difference is Deku helped All Might about to finish him. He used 50% of his lightning to keep the Nomu where he was, while All Might was getting a running start to shoot the Nomu in the sky. As soon as All Might was about to punch him, the Nomu got his arm and sinked his claws into All Might's arm. And when the Nomu did, Deku got angry, and he got scared and was worried about him. Then he accidentally used his full power on the Nomu. He didn't know what was going on, so he thought he was going to knock him out or stun him. But we didn't know that it was shocking him so much. He was frying it. The lightning was going to his brain and it fried it. His body stopped moving and the lightning kept going around his body to where he was dead. He didn't know, since Deku couldn't control his lightning, he got scared and didn't know what was going on. Since he was blind, because he thought All Might was going to die. He didn't know how to control it. He just let it all out. When the lightning killed the Nomu, he was still standing, and the claws were slowly gain out of All Might's arm. And after a while, he just started to fall and just hit the ground very hard. Deku didn't know if he killed or stunned him, but when he walked closer to the body, he knew that the brain was gone. It was just all fried and shrunken up and dead. He didn't realize he was using so much electricity. All Might was trying to patch up his wounds in his arm with his shirt, so he just like ripped it off and just like made a knot tighten, not to let less blood out. He was going to congratulate Deku on defeat. He was stopped in mid-sentence when he saw Deku on his knees next to the body and crying. When Shigaraki saw that a kid killed a Nomu that his master gave him, he told Kurogiri that he needed to leave and tell his master that the Nomu was defeated by a green-haired kid with lightning. When the villains were about to leave, the hero showed up and tried to take the two main villains. When they left from the portal that Kurogiri made, All Might walked up to Deku and just said, "Are you alright, young Midoriya?" All Might looked at the body and then looked at Deku, saying, "Everything will be okay. I'll figure something out. Don't worry, kid. Nothing bad will happen. I promise." When everyone was going to see if All Might and Deku were alright from the fight, and Deku was scared what the teachers and his classmates were going to say, even the police. What if the news got out saying that he killed a villain? All Might didn't know what to do, so he hid the body till the police showed up and his secret friend. When the police came and All Might's friend, Sekiguchi, I can't say his name right, but that one guy who works with him in the police, they got to the body and then the doctor checked if the creature was still alive and to determine if it was dead. They checked the brain, the heartbeat, any signs. It was dead. And they didn't know what to do with it. The police were asking questions on how the creature died, and if he killed it, and if All Might killed it, or if him and that kid he was with did. All Might had to say he used too much of his power on the creature and accidentally killed it. He didn't want Deku worrying about the police, the media, the teachers, and even his own classmates to worry about him killing something, even the villain, or even questioning him. That makes him unease, worries, and stress over all the whole incident. But All Might tried to bury the truth, saying that he killed it instead of the kid that was with him. But even him saying it and trying to bury the truth from the police and the media and everyone, Deku still felt sad and guilty for what he did. Now the heroes and the police won't know what the creature is, or how he got so much, or how he was stronger than All Might, or even who the creature was even working for. The word got out that All Might killed the villain. Everyone was confused about the news. No one's concerned. The police said that the Nomu was a strange robot that had flesh as a disguise, for people can calm down. A lot of people didn't believe it, but then the police hid like robot parts and everything all over the body, and tried to make it look like it was a robot. People started to believe it and just accepted that it was just a machine. that had strange flesh and everything. After a few days, the doctors were doing scans on the Nomu and found that the creature was killed by the brain, was killed from electricity shock by the brain, and how it was fried, and not by a strong punch by All Might. They figured that they knew All Might was more bronze and everything, power, and electricity was not his thing. And so they were confused. The police was looking for possible suspects that were at the USJ, and someone who had powerful lightning that would do such damage to the brain. After a while, they found a kid that had strong enough lightning and was a student at UA, and that was at the incident. They found a first year named Izuku Midoriya. Well, that's all I got. I could have done more. I should have done more, but I was busy trying to get supplies for more videos and things. But enough of that. Leave a comments on what you think about it, or anything I should do in the next video. I'm all open. I got enough time, sort of. And share it to your friends and everything. And that's all I got. Z Trooper dismissed.